Hello, and thanks for tuning in to Battle with the Best of Them with Dr. Yakman here. So, this week, just gonna go over what's happened in the last week for me in Pokemon Go and the event that we're all on right now, which is week 1 of the Ultra Bonus unlock that they gave us. Which was, they spell out Ultra for the unknowns that are hatching from 10k eggs. Only, I'm not getting very many 10k eggs here. I think I've gotten like 30 eggs during this, and I've already wasted all my regular incubators, and now I have super incubators left, but I'm not going to waste them on these. Yeah. So a lot of people aren't having good luck with this. I haven't been grinding as much. I did grind a lot today, but I only got 2 unknowns. And both of them were T's. So I got one for a trade. My friend. Let's see here. Unknown. Yeah. The other 10k eggs that I got were 3 Larvitars, a Beldum, a Shinx, and something else. I can't remember what it is, but I've only gotten 8. Most of the eggs that I have gotten have been 5, which, like, if they're going to have an event where you hatch unknowns from 10k eggs, they need to give you 10k eggs. But I haven't been getting those, so I'm a little dissatisfied with that. But before I get into that, let's look at this. Here's my blogger. And under the Nintendo Agenda section, which will be growing, I have the 3 pages that are dedicated to Pokemon Go, Battle with the Best of Them. I have organizing tips. I have updated that with the new search terms and with some more symbols and more tips and stuff. So you should check that out. And I have updated the Pokemon Community Day preparation in anticipation for Turtwig. I've got the next Pokemon, which is Turtwig, on September 15th, right there. And yeah, there you go. There's a lot of people that I'm going to be leveling up with on that day. Or maybe even sooner than that, or later than that, depending on, who opens gifts and whatnot. But I don't have any lucky eggs, and I have like 2 potential best friends, or I can't remember if it's Ultra or best friends. Whatever it is, it's the one that's 4 hearts, and I'm sorry I haven't opened their gifts yet to get that far, but I'm just saving that. For Community Day when I know that they will be running lucky eggs too. So, and then I've updated the shiny checklist. I'm probably going to redo this again with better color coding. Right now I have like too many colors and it's a little bit kind of goofy, because there's some that I probably won't even be able to use again because of the descriptors or whatever. But I've also updated like how many Pokemon there are that are shiny that I've gotten, and yada yada yada, and tips and yada yada. But yeah, you should check these pages out. These are the order in which the shiny Pokemon have come out. I know that there's lots of lists out there, and this is not like a picture graphical presentation or whatever. It's just all text. But I had a lot to say about shinies and shiny luck and my shiny results and stuff. So that's that. I've been updating that, and I'm going to be updating my blog with other stuff too. And I may add another page for Pokemon Go, but I'm not too sure yet. But that's all beside the point. this Ultra Unlock bonus, this 2 times incubator effectiveness. This is going to work for all 3 weeks of the Ultra Unlock bonus. This week, next week, and then the 3rd week. Beasts are in T5 raids right now. I'm not going for those because I'm saving my raid passes for when Mewtwo comes out week 3. Week 2 will be Deoxys. And they show in the news here that they are going to have a raid hour from 6 to 7 p.m. every Wednesday of this month. And it says to be announced for the 4th. The 1st has already happened. September 4th happened 2 days ago. Well, 3 days now if it's Friday. But, well, yeah, 2 days ago because it's Wednesday. Whatever. Excuse the cough. And then the next one is going to be Deoxys on September 11th. And then on September 18th, Mewtwo will be a part of the Legendary Raid Hour. And then September 25th, it says to be announced. So they are going to have a Raid Hour. That makes me believe that it's going to be a Pokemon who has appeared before in raids, not going to be a new Pokemon. Even though new Pokemon are coming, it's not going to be a Raid Hour for a new Pokemon, I don't believe. Because whenever they have these Legendary Raid Hours, they usually don't do it the first week of a new Pokemon's arrival in T5 raids. That just, I guess, makes it too easy, I think, for them to, or, you know, they feel it makes it too easy or whatever. When Rayquaza first went shiny, and, you know, also when other Pokemon first have gone shiny, or they first time appeared, since they've been doing these Legendary Raid Hours, the first time, there isn't an hour for that. They wait until the 2nd week before they do that. So I think, unless they're changing that, and it will be a new Pokemon, and it will be a raid hour for it in its first week that it arrives, it'll probably be in a pre-existing Pokemon that has been out before. And who knows, it could be Lugia, and it might be Shadow Lugia. So, you know, that's the legendary that they always keep bringing out. And also in the news, new, and I've already got a Psyduck. I think I put it in a gym already. There are new Team Go Rocket Shadow Pokemon. So, we got a Hitmonchan, Abra. No Hitmonlee, so that's weird. Larvitar. That'll be cool to have a Tyranitar that's Shadow. Turtwig, because, you know, Turtwig is going to have a community day here soon. There's been some Turtwig glitches too, by the way, but... And I just noticed this. It says Flower Crowned Eevee, but I just noticed this Mew that's sitting up here. That's kind of weird. I didn't notice that before. But yeah, Flower Crown Eevee is the 7-day research now, the breakthrough. If you get 7 days in a row of research, then for the next 2 months it's going to be that. They've also updated, and there's a bunch of new field research for September and October. Some things have changed. Some new things have been added. During this event, Centrant and who's the other Pokemon? Gligar have gone shiny. Now, Centrants have been everywhere because they're very common anyway, and then they just increase spawns for that. I haven't caught any, though. And then Gligar, they've increased spawns, but it's still, you know, lighter than Centret. But before then, Electrike went shiny, too. So I kind of kicked myself because I did see Electrike, and I was like, this is kind of out of place. It is a Johto Pokemon, and this week is supposed to represent Johto, but I was like, I'm not going to click on it. And then I find out like an hour later, oh, they're shiny now. And I'm like, oh, man, that one was probably my shiny one, but whatever. the next thing to talk about is Jirachi. I actually got mine. That's how I got my Jirachi t-shirt on, actually. So that's a new entry for me. How do I keep screwing this up? It's J.I. Silly. But mine is not battle with the best of them, even. It's only 2-star. So that's kind of lame. I already did a video on catching that and the last bit of research that you need to do in order to get that, which the last page is just, you know, clicking a bunch of experience points that you get and candy and all that. So, the raids recently have been lasting for an hour and a half. Now, I don't know if that affected this last raid hour or the next few raid hours or how long this is going to last, but like the after they hatch, now they last about an hour and a half. So that's great. It allows you to get more people together and has a larger window of time for you to get stuff. And right now they're mainly Johto Pokemon that are showing up in there, and all of the tier 1s and the tier 2 raids are shiny possible ones. So that's pretty cool. You can do those by yourself. But I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if it affected the raid hour that we had on Wednesday, because I was watching the Nintendo Direct and wasn't paying attention, which the Nintendo Direct was awesome. So the upcoming events, there's going to be week 2 and week 3, and then there's going to be the Montreal event with Shiny Yanma. And week 2 is going to be Deoxys and T5 raids. Kanto regionals will be in 7-kilometer eggs. Now those are a lot easier to get a hold of. You don't have to wait on the luck of getting them and spinning a stop or spinning you know, a gym stop to get maybe a 2, a 5, or a 10k egg for these unknowns. This will be 7k eggs, and I want to say that it's going to last week 2 and 3 to do this, not just week 2. It's going to be 2 and 3, I think, is what I had read somewhere. But that means the regionals in Kanto, which are Kangaskhan, Farfetch'd, Mr. Mime, and Taurus, which will be appearing in the wild for us in North America, or in the Americas, those will be shiny possible, so that's awesome. And it's also good for people who haven't gotten those regionals yet. I've got plenty of those from last year when they did this, and I hope to get plenty more, and possible shiny ones, of course. And but there might be other shiny possibles that'll happen, just like they did with Electrike for this week 1. They might just sneak in another one, because they did say something when they were announcing all this stuff. Oh, but there's more, you know, basically that they weren't telling. And they've done this before too, where like, oh, this shiny and this shiny are coming out, but then there's a third one that sneaks in, and that's what they did with Electrike. So it could be something else. Will possibly go shiny in week 2, but we don't know yet. It'd be crazy if it was Deoxys. I don't think it will be, but who knows. And week 3, of course, is going to be Mewtwo with Psystrike and T5 raids, and that's shiny possible. People will go crazy for that. I'm saving my passes for that, because I got plenty of Deoxys, and I don't really care too much about that one. My friend from out of town is in town, and hopefully she hasn't gotten all 3 or all 4 of the Deoxys forms, so hopefully she can get that, and I may help her with that. But other than that, I don't really care about the Deoxys right now. And then also in week 3, which starts September 16th at 4 p.m., they are going to have, with shinies of the common ones, Patrat and Lillipup, and Clink will be in raids all shiny possible, and a bunch of other Unova regional, or not regional, Unova region Pokemon, Gen 5 Pokemon will be launching in week 3 of the Ultra bonus. So, I mean, look forward to that. I definitely am. And there's supposed to be something with the nearby, what do they call it? Adventure Sync, where it's supposed to warn you when new nearby Pokemon that are not in your Pokédex show up. But we'll see how that works out. I don't know how this happened. There's only 3. What did I search for? I don't know. That's unusual. Doesn't tell me what the search term was. Oh, I think I just took a picture of this because it glitched and it didn't. It's like it's a search, but there's no way for me to type in what the search was. It's just a glitch. That's uncommon to find in the wild. Defeat a Team Go Rocket Grunt. That was for Carvana. I didn't get any, of course, but no shinies from the field research anyway. But I have 3 of them in a row, so that's kind of neat to line those up. I got a Wartortle, Shadow Pokemon to catch. Luminion, that's rare to find in the wild. Right when the Centrant went shiny, they were surrounding me. There's a Nosepass. There's another Arbok. Nidorina. This said that there were 7 people in the lobby, but I was in there by myself, so that was kind of weird. They were there when we were fighting, but the lobby I couldn't see them, so that was weird. And then I got my 3rd shiny Caterpie. That's freaking amazing. Oh yeah, here's the research task for September and October. They're new. Let me scroll back here. Oh man, this is going to keep doing this, isn't it? Okay, I gotta be careful not to. Boy, this is maddening. This is not really the good picture anyway, because the other one, I don't have to move around as much. But the battle in a gym and battle in a gym 5 times and win a gym battle, those are all shiny possible ones. Use a super effective charge attack, not. Win 3 gym battles, nah. So, I mean, you know, if you want Electabuzz and you want a Jinx, go for it. But also shiny possible ones are win a level 3 or higher raid. That'll get you either Almanite or Kabuto. Battle in a raid is Spoink, awesome. Win 5 raids is still Aerodactyl. It doesn't have the shiny symbol on this, but Electrike is shiny now. So if you find the task that says battle another trainer twice, boom, that can get you an Electrike. Battle a team leader 2 times, and that's Natu. Transfer 3 Pokemon, that's good. Trade a Pokemon, that's Bronzer, that's good. Earn 3 candies walking with your buddy it used to be, I think it was 5 candies for Slack Off. Now it's 3 candies, and it's a Ponyta. Take 5 snapshots of Eevee, and you get a Gulpin. That's weird. Send 10 gifts to friends. That's Sneasel, and that's shiny possible. Evolve a Pokemon. It used to be a Eevee, and then it was Eevee and Pidgey. Now it's Eevee and Cubone. Power up Pokemon 5 times. That, again, is the starters. Hatch an egg, worthless. Hatch 3 eggs. Hatch 5 eggs. I find those worthless because they're not shiny possible. Make 3 great throws. It used to be just for Ghastly. Now it also includes Bunnery and Anorith and Lileep, which is awesome. Make 3 great throws in a row. That's Onyx. 5 excellent in a row is Larvitar. I never even see that task anywhere. And 5 great curveball throws in a row is Spinda. And there's a new Spinda out. It's Spinda Form 3 as a shiny possible. And then the research breakthrough for the entire month is, again, the Flower Crown Eevee. Or not for the entire month. It's actually going to be October and September. Or September and October. So yeah, that will hopefully increase your chances of getting a shiny Flower Crown Eevee, because those are extremely elusive. But I don't know. Some people are not happy with that one. 4 grass or ice type is Seal. They brought all the berries back. This is great. 10 Nanab berries. Use 5 berries to help catch Pokemon. And then there was another one too that was use 5 raspberries to help catch Pokemon. Those are all shiny possible ones. Respectively, it was Scyther, Snorunt, and Swinub. Catch 15 Pokemon, which is a new thing, is Sandshrew. Catch 5 normal type Pokemon, this is Zigzagoon. Catch 3 different species of psychic type Pokemon. So something like you'd have to get a Natu and then an Execute and something else that's psychic like Drowsy to get a Drowsy. Catch 10 Pokemon still is Magikarp. Catch a Dragon type is still Dratini. 5 Fairy type, 5 or 3 Fire, Water, or Electric type, which are is Duduo, which I needed that because I needed a good one to trade into Pokemon Let's Go, and that was actually one of the first tests that I did when they introduced these new ones. And then the polar opposites, Fire and Water, Poliwag and Vulpix, are catch 5 Pokemon with Weather Boost. So there's that, all those tasks. So I think there's a better list out there because there's some other things that have been added. And plus Electrike, yes, is shiny. This list doesn't represent that, but this is rare to find in the wild. And also that too. Then finally, since they've introduced this, I know I've gotten them before, but this is one that I'm keeping as my crappy one. My crappiest of Pokemon, my Skarmory CP25 and 0%. These are Clamperls that I'm going to trade to a friend. There's that 0% Skarmory that I took pictures of. The whenever they do something new with an update or the Adventure Seek or whatever sync, sometimes when you go to take pictures, which it said that I had to take pictures for a task or whatever, it was goofy because like it freezes when it gets to the if you've got AR plus core turned on in Pokemon Go, turn it back off, because for whatever reason in this last update it screwed it up again. Otherwise your picture is going to be messed up, so be aware of that. And then there's the Jirachi waking up as a part of the research, and these two are rare to find in the wild like that. And then, like I said, instead of them lasting for 45 minutes, they are now an hour and a half. Of course, it doesn't reflect that in this picture, but they are over 45 minutes there. So that was cool. Donphan, that's rare to find in the wild. There's my first unknown T, and my first badge for unknowns. Catch 3 unknowns. Woo! Look at me. Then I want to go for that Donphan, but it really wasn't a good one. Then people were having this glitch with Turtwig. Now, since Turtwig is soon going to be shiny and is soon going to be, although they're not in the wild this way, so I don't know why it would be like this, but they're obviously testing something with it being shadow and purified possible. It was like a new Pokemon, and then it happened again, and then other people were reporting that and saying that. And then they were saying, oh, I caught it, but then its next evolution was a shadow too, like as if it was a new entry. But it didn't give them a new entry thing or whatever. And then I showed one that I have that's an older one, and the evolution right here is shadowed out. So that's weird. And then here's 2 of them, and I was like, okay, well, I got off work, so I walked over there to get it, and I caught my Shadow Psyduck. And then I caught the Turtwig, which was harder to catch than usual. I was using Ultra Ball right away because it said that it was a new one almost. It didn't give me a new Dex entry, of course, because it was Turtwig. I already have tons of Turtwigs. But it almost acted like as if this was the first time that I was catching it, because it was only a 536 or something like that, but it was giving me a hard time, even with an Ultra Ball, even with giving it raspberries. But I did catch it, and then it started appearing on the map as if I had caught it before. So they're either testing something with the Adventure Sync with the new Pokemon in your that are not in your Pokédex yet. Warnings for that, or it's something to do with Turtwig having a community day soon, and he's going Shadow and he's going Shiny, and you know, maybe that's what that's all about. So, oh my goodness, this video is already 25 minutes long. Well, it won't be longer because of my field research breakthrough, because as you can see here, I got August 31st, September 1st, September 2nd, September 4th. What? I screwed it up. So I'm going to have to wait till next week. I'm going to have to line up my research again so that it, you know, because I like to make my streak for catching and for spinning a stop and for the research breakthrough at the end of the 7 days, all on the same day on Friday, for the purpose of these videos and also for the purpose of me being organized like that. So yeah, I've shown you that. Oh, my friend, she gave me, since the Rayquazas are gone, she traded me, and I had some old Pokemon in order to make it, trying to make it perfect. It was lucky, but it wasn't perfect, but I've got the clear diamond on it to represent that it's 14th across. So, I mean, it's a good one. It's a good one, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, I didn't make it perfect, but this is awesome. I'm probably going to give it an extra move, and I cannot believe I did not catch a shiny Rayquaza. I did tons of them. She got 3, so she gave me 1, and she gave 1 to her nephew. And then, of course, she's keeping one for herself. And then I showed you the T Unknown. That's a new entry for me. And the Jirachi, that's a new entry for me. No other real notable lucky ones or distance ones. The shinies that I've gotten recently, I don't think it's really been a big update since last week, except for this Caterpie, which I guess I can do that now. Let me do Caterpie and the Caterpie family. So I have Metapod. That is my lucky one. That was my first one. I got that from Renaissance Gal, and I thank her so much for that. And then a week later, I got my CP10 one. That's going to stay the CP10 one. I got this higher CP one, but it's not good IVs like the lucky one is. So it will go up to... Here we go. Now, there's a difference between male and female Butterfree. I didn't pay attention to whether I had a male or female for my lucky one. Ooh, that's awesome. That's a female. And then this one is also female. Let me see if my weakest one is a male, and it's staying a Caterpie. But this, ladies and gentlemen, my first shiny Butterfree, and I will have the entire Caterpie family shiny. That's so awesome. You see, the female has these black wedges in the bottom of her wings, whereas the male ones they're clear or white, I guess. So that is so awesome. Oh my goodness, that is so awesome. I'm so happy about that. I'm going to have to power this one up because it's only 517. But since it's lucky, it'll be easier to power up. It's 2 clicks away from perfect. Oh my gosh. That's probably my best Butterfree that I've got. So let's see if I can show you the rest of the Butterfree so that you can see the difference between... Yep, see, here's a male. And it's only one click away from perfect. Boom. But then the female have the black blotches in the bottom of their wings. So, but that's so cool. It's if you watch the anime, that's basically the Butterfree that Ash fell in love with a female Butterfree that was captured by like this giant bug net thing, and it's been so long since I've seen it, but it's kind of like they gave it a different color, but the shiny almost like kind of looks like that one, so that's kind of a cool little factoid. And since I don't really have any other research that I can do, and I went through all the pics and went through all the news, and it's now 30 minutes long. Oh my goodness. I guess it's time to end the video. Happy hunting out there, and can't wait for week 2 and week 3. Week 1 is not over with yet, so get your shiny Centrants, Electrites, and Gligers out there. Happy hunting.